It's
All right, so this is kind of funny. This is just kind of a funny story. You were out with some friends because you were snowboarding. You got to tell the story, man. It's just great. This is just funny.
This is not related.
It's funny.
I'm gonna have to monitor what I talk to him about, because then he starts making me talk about it out here. We were just I'll say this, that I really do try to walk around as humbly as I possibly can, because and I think it's really worked well for me, because I came from a background where I was not an athlete that was groomed into becoming a professional athlete. A lot of guys that end up playing professional football, they pretty much know they have there's a high probability that they're going to make it, like when they're in high school, you know.
Yeah.
They're that guy that takes their team to state when they're a freshman quarterback or whatever, you know. And I didn't have that luxury, but and so I really truly I try to be as humble as possible because of that, and I believe that a lot of what I've been given in life is a blessing by God and not something I've earned by my own hand. But we went snowboarding up in Mount Killington last year, myself and a small group of my friends, and we went to this little bar to listen to some live music after we were done that day. And this guy walks up to me and he says, he didn't know who I was, but he heard some guys talking and figured, like, well, you know what, I'm going to go test the water here and just see how tough Mr. Tough Guy is. And he said, so let me ask you, man, if you and I were going to get into a fight, what would be your first move? And I was like, well, I would probably just buy you a drink and call it good, you know. And he goes, no, seriously. He's like, what would be your first move? And I was like, and I just kind of, you know, I'm like, look, I don't fight for free anyway, so unless, I mean, if you're putting some money on this, then we'll have, you know, let's negotiate before we actually, there's no sense in neither one of us making money here. But he got real serious. Like, he stepped to my face and he was like, no, seriously. He said, what would be your first move? And I said, well, that's kind of a silly question. And he said, why? And I said, because you're asking as if I would need a second move. And then I got real close. Like, I started, violating somebody's personal space is very effective, by the way. And he could see that I had suddenly gone from jovial to serious. And he was like, good answer. I like that.